Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, this is the National Football League. It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Detroit Lions.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Brandon Gaunt and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
And the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, ready to go, and we are underway from Lucas Oil Stadium. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, came really within 1 quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Goff. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. It got his man complete. A big play there for Detroit. 45 yards.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. To the air again, Goff. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Now 2nd and 9. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Goff now looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Goff. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Yeah, very smart play right there. Pocket collapsing around him. Love the way he moved around a little bit and avoided the sack.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Montgomery is in for a Lions touchdown.
Well, just about an ideal start to this one offensively, because on the road, you want to make sure you quiet the home crowd early. And how do they do it? Nice march to start things off, let the run game find its footing early. That drive certainly checked a lot of boxes, and they finished it off with a touchdown run.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
DJ Reader there on the tackle.
They love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, it's Taylor. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 11 more on that one and another first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson. This one completes Alec Pierce. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Fighting to the ball carrier there was Carlton Davis, and he finishes that play off.
It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. So instead of giving them another chance on 3rd down, they're going to decline the penalty and force a decision on 4th down. And Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Tyquan Lewis, he read that the whole way and made the tackle.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on third. Goff. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. The deep to return is Josh Downs.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Richardson looking to throw this. He's got his man. It's Pierce.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Downs going in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here is 3rd down and 4.
Mike 46. Mike 46. Defense wins championship.
Richardson. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he is going to have a Colts first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Richardson's throw caught by Pierce.
And they'll get this down to the 10. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Ready? Mike 51. Watch the out. Watch the out. Check. Check. Check.
They'll run here with Taylor.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
It's on field. Hey, it's on.
Richardson looking to throw.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Richardson to throw.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Anthony Richardson.
An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have taken the lead. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays.
And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Detroit.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. A leap, and he's got it. Tim Patrick high in the air to bring it in. And the Lions have regained the lead. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Now for the point after. And that makes it 14-10. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Flowers now to return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
On first down, Richardson. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he spins through. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Third and 5.
46, boys, 46. 46 to mark.
And Richardson back to throw it. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. He was trying to dance in around the sideline, but fell just a couple of yards short. Still, he's got him in great position.
He certainly does. They did a nice job keeping him from getting into the end zone, but they're definitely back on their heels after that run.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Taylor, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They hand off to their big tight end. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
Come on. 51 to Mike, boys.
Now Richardson.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Anthony Richardson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts have taken the lead.
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it.
Gay is on for the point after.
It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Detroit back in possession of the football. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there? Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw is Goff. He'll get this one to Patrick. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Gone. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Mo Alley Cox, his tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Throwing again. Richardson. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
They went to their big body tight end on 2nd down in hopes that he could plow his way to a 1st down. But they were ready for him defensively and ended up holding him to a modest gain.
Third and 4. Back to throw. Richardson on the move to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
First and 10, it's Richardson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I'll tell you, as a defender, you've got to make life as difficult as possible when you're trying to cover a big tight end because you know his catch radius is huge. He's unable to pull that one in, though.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Richardson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. A final shot before the half. Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty. And those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we win in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. So let's get right back out to it as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he returns this to the 22. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Richardson to the air on first down. And this throw will be intercepted.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
You and I have talked about adjustments so many times during games. Remember, it's really series to series, but coming out after the half, that's a big opportunity, a big time to come out and make one of those plays that can change a game.
Yeah, first play of the third quarter. So offensively, you think of adjustments, but right defensively, maybe you're playing a hunch. You have an adjustment to make.
Yeah, I think sometimes they have that special in there that, hey, they've run this type of play all in the first half. If you see it, go get it.
The point after is good, and that will put them on top here in the third. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
95 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
They go to the ground again with Taylor.
And Taylor going to pick up the Colts first down as he'll get this up past the 40.
That's another big-time run, and it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Richardson working from the gun. And this taken in by Downs.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Richardson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's 3rd and 9.
18 Cardinal. Let him know. Hey, Mike 51.
Operating from the gun. Richardson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. Richardson. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's got Pierce. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On the handoff, Taylor. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Richardson on 3rd and short. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. He tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. Having trouble here from the 1. Couldn't pass it in, couldn't run it in. Now what?
I'm going to channel old school coaches right now. We're just rolling up our sleeves. I'm yelling at my guys, go get it. You're at the 1-yard line. Let's get a circle.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jelani Woods punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Shane Steichen, aggressive as a play caller. He's going to go for 2 here. Richardson will throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now gone. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Back to throw, Goff. Finding Williams once more, complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing again is Goff. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps them move the sticks. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 1st down, Goff. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
2nd down and 3. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Lions first down.
Here's Goff. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Goff now looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Goff now to throw. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now it's Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Bates' kick is good.
And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And Dallas Flowers going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And the Colts getting ready to go.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
This offense so far on 3rd down, as close to automatic as you can get. 9 out of 10. This will be 3rd and 6.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. We call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
On first down, it's gone.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On second down, here's Goff.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
McGoff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a second down and 6.
Here's Goff. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. 7 yards there and a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Goff on first down. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Out of the gun, Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can't be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Second and 10.
Goff throwing again. And it's caught. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Up the middle, it's Montgomery.
Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown. But no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
Bates' kick is good.
And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
On the return, it's Flowers. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Now it's Richardson.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
A short throw. This is caught by Cox.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, Richardson.
He's got a man, complete. A big play there for Indy. 44 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
They run once more with Taylor.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead.
Gay's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession.
Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Goff. He finds his man, complete. That's Patrick. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Lions first down.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Goff.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Now Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's 1st down.
Going up the gut, Montgomery.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. run it. Here's Montgomery. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Montgomery on the counter. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a 3rd one winner. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Indy.